nobullrv.ca.
Stories are told to make a point, and GS Construction takes them very seriously. We're not talking about fairy tales. GS Construction looks at the story old pipes tell us, a tale of time and pressure and endurance. So when those old pipes are ready to end their story, GS Construction starts a new chapter by repairing or rebuilding, or in some cases, renewing the underground infrastructure that supports our modern lives, making sure every community's story continues on safely and reliably. For more, visit gsconstruction.ca.
This is Sports 1440 and the all-new Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas.
Presented by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
It's 11 o'clock. Good morning. Thank you guys for tuning in to Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440, streaming on our YouTube, Facebook, X, and Instagram channels. I recommend going to YouTube because then you can get in on the chat. Sports 1440 AM. Make sure you subscribe and listen there. And watch as well. I've always said, a lot of people probably want to watch sports talk radio. Now you have the opportunity at Sports 1440 AM on YouTube. I'm Connor Halley. Got Donovan Paulson here, Sam Wilness, and Josh Fenwick. Loaded studio here today. Lots to get to. Of course, the show, as always, brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky. Online at wilhaukbeefjerky.com or go pay him a visit out in Leduc. It's a little bit ugly out there right now. So take your time, turn your lights on, drive slow, but get there, and then you'll be rewarded handsomely with a nice bag of Wilhauk Beef Jerky. Text line is 1-833-401-1440. Any questions you might have about your fantasy football roster, we can look at those. Of course, we'll recap the Thursday nighter. I got to eat crow on both ends. I overhyped the Broncos, and maybe I didn't give the Raiders enough respect. I don't know which way it's on, but we'll break that down and a whole lot more. Donovan, good morning.
Good morning, Connor.
Josh, good morning.
Morning, Connor.
Sam, good morning.
Morning, Connor.
Sam was very quick to turn your mic on there, Josh. He's got the practice down. I also have a $50 gift card. No, I don't have it. We're giving away a $50 gift card to First Round. We like to do fun questions, trivia. It's too quickly to be one and done. I like to open it up for the entire hour. All you have to do is answer a question. But this question, there'll be a little more thought to it before we get into the sports talk. You're at a convenience store. You get one chocolate bar, one bag of chips, and one drink. What do you buy? Let us know, 1-833-401-1440 or on the YouTube chat, and we'll pick one lucky winner to win a $50 gift card to First Round. We go downtown, see our buddy Franco, and pick up the gift card. And then with that, beers, burgers, goaltenders, desserts, wings, whatever you might choose, and watch some sports while you're at it. So I have to ask you, Donnie, you get one drink.
Yep.
It could be any drink. You get one bag of chips and one chocolate bar. What are you picking up?
Chocolate bar is a Mars bar.
Okay.
100%. That's my do or die.
Right.
Ride or die.
Well, same thing.
The drink, we can't find them anymore very often in Canada, but I am a huge Dr. Pepper cherry guy.
All right.
Oh, it just doesn't get any better. And then chips. This is where things get a little tougher for me. I might go a nice little bag of dill pickle.
Dill pickle. What brand?
Probably Lay's.
Lay's?
Oh, actually, no. Sorry, I changed my answer. Sweet chili Doritos.
Sweet chili. Good pick.
Yep.
Mr. Fenwick, you got one drink. Some people say like soda, but I'm saying one drink, one chocolate bar, one bag of chips.
One drink, White Monster. I'm on the road. Need to stay awake. Need to stay savvy.
All right, bro.
Chocolate bar, Twix. That's for me, Donnie. That's my day one. That's my ride or die. And for the chips, pretty vanilla here. We're just going Lay's classic.
It's not bad.
I just like
It's not a bad pick.
listen. I would go Cheetos or Cheesies or something, but then I got orange dust all over my car.
Yeah.
Not dealing with that.
All right, Sam, you're up.
All right, for my drink, I'm gonna go a Dr. Pepper.
It's a good call. Yep.
My chips, I'm going sweet chili heat Doritos.
Attaboy, Sam.
And then for my chocolate bar, I'm going Reese.
That's a W. That's
No,
W list.
Which Reese here?
We're gonna go king size, so the one that gives you 3 cups.
Okay. I would have another acceptable would be the jumbo sized ones.
Mhm.
Those are unbelievable. Lastly for me then, okay, drink wise, if I could find a classic like vanilla Coke, that would be the dream, but those are harder to come by. So I might be with probably realistically, I'm with young Josh over there, probably an energy drink of some sort. If I'm really going crazy, like once a year I'll try a full throttle. Then I'll be like, okay, I don't need those anymore. Too sweet. Bag of chips, Cool Ranch Doritos, and the chocolate bar will be a Kit Kat Chunky. That would be the one there. Maybe like a variety going back and forth. But you guys all had some good selections. Let us know. 1-833-401-1440. You're at a convenience store. You get a bag of chips, a chocolate bar, and a beverage. Maybe you want a milk for some reason. Strawberry. That'd be a great choice. That's all I have to do. Text it into 1-833-401-1440. And at the end of the show, we'll give away a $50 gift card to First Round. A great spot to watch sports, have some burgers, beers, wings, all those sorts of things. This will be for the downtown location to pick it up at least. Let's look at the game last night. Thursday night football. Did you start anyone in that game? If so, yeesh, maybe defense might have been okay for you, actually. 10-7 Broncos win. I got to eat crow. I thought the Broncos were going to cover the spread with ease. I thought Nancy Bowenix, a better performance from him. Heck, I thought the running game would be a little bit better. J.K. Dobbins had an okay game, I suppose, for fantasy. 77 yards on the ground at another 7 yards. So 8.4 points. Maybe it's PPR. 9.4. Through the air, Troy Franklin did have a receiving touchdown on 9 targets. I was a little bit maybe sleepy on Troy Franklin, but 9 targets last night. He's getting the ball. RJ Harvey, 4 carries, 9 yards. We had someone kind of scoffing at the J.K. Dobbins start that Gregor was making for his roster. J.K. Dobbins is a top 20 back in fantasy. RJ Harvey, explosive, no doubt. Had a big game, but still is not getting the bulk of the carries. He did have 2 receptions on 3 targets. On the flip side, Ashton Genty, 60 yards and a touchdown. That might have been okay for you. Receiving, how do you only target Brock Bowers 3 times? I don't care if you're playing an elite defense. You got to get in the football.
Their OC's Chip Kelly, correct?
Yeah.
Fire him into the sun. I don't know if you watch what's his name on YouTube? Benchwarmer Bran.
No,
whatever.
I don't.
He did a little short after like week 3, where it was like, how are we going to use an arguably generational talented running back? Are we gonna use him in passing situations? No. Are we gonna use him at all in 3rd and long? No. Are we gonna use him anywhere where we should use him? No. How are we gonna use Brock Bowers? We're not.
We're gonna target Tyler Lockett, who just joined the team. And now, granted, 6 targets, 5 receptions, 44 yards. If he was your 3rd option, which he probably should be, I would say, yeah, that's fine. But I'm with you. Hey, I wasn't as high on Ashton Genty as a lot of people. Loved him at college. Thought he should have won the Heisman. But I wasn't, for the Raiders offense and the offensive line and the passing game, I wasn't as high as some other people. Brock Bowers, thought he was Rookie of the Year last year. 3 targets. Finishes with 1 catch for 31 yards. Like, you got to get him into the game plan a little bit more than that. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's that good.
Man, that is the ultimate fire the OC into the sun. I'm sorry. Respectfully to Chip Kelly, what are you watching around the NFL to not think to yourself, I should probably use my best player?
Well, also,
like Drake London the last couple of weeks has been what, 15 targets, 12 targets. Like, Drake London is a great player, but you could make the argument that Brock Bowers is just as good, if not, considering the position, better.
Mm-hmm.
If you're giving Drake London 15 or 12 targets in a game, you should probably have Brock Bowers around the same.
Took them a while to do that, though, with Drake London. He wasn't always getting that. And the one thing I will say, because I don't know for sure, because I'm not in the helmet, I don't know the plays being called. This could also be Geno Smith not believing, not throwing, not trusting his arm, because Brock Bowers last week was getting targeted like crazy. He had a huge game. I'll bring up the numbers so I can, not just talk out of my what, but he had 12 receptions, 127 yards, 3 touchdowns against the Jags, right?
Mhm.
So, like, they know that he's there. So, I don't love Chip Kelly as an offensive coordinator. I didn't necessarily love the hire, but I can't just specifically say, well, it's all on him. It could potentially be on their quarterback as well. And then Kenny Pickett got in for one play, right?
Yeah, and Kenny Pickett going to be the starter next week with the injury there to good old Geno Smith. But like, I just think, especially when you draft, like, even the usage for Ashton Genty at times has been unbelievably questionable. Like, you can look back to even just like, they don't use him in passing situations. They started to now, but like they didn't use him at all in the beginning. Like, he wasn't even getting you look at his first 4 weeks in the NFL, 2 targets, 4 targets, 0-2. You look at Ashton Genty's snap percentage in week 2, 56%. Week 3, 61%. Week 5, 54%. What are we doing? I know it's gone up the last 2 weeks.
Do you know why? He can't block.
True.
He's not you don't trust him in pass pro, so you can't have him out there in a lot of passing situations.
However, you're the Raiders. You have 2 good offensive players.
Yeah. But I mean, speaking, not to just bash the guy. He's not the most. He had a pretty good receiving yard at second year at Boise State. Pretty good receiving. But if you can't trust him, he had 9.9 receiving yards his senior year at college. Granted, he was running up a store. He ran for 2,600 yards. I think that in time he will be in those situations more. But I don't think they're throwing him out there to get blown up in pass pro.
He has 4 games this season with 2 targets or less, which he's a decent enough receiving back where
he could do it. Yeah,
you could do more. He has 1 game above 5, which that's a little bit different of a situation. But like for me, you draft a player that high and you expect him to be an impact player for you when you have no offensive line. They're a directionless franchise. That was one of my in or outs. Are they the most directionless franchise in the NFL? For me, they are.
Well, we just talked about the Jets being what they are, but at least they have draft picks.
Competent idea of what they're going to do, which is draft a bunch of young players and hope that they pan out.
Yeah.
The the Raiders, are still trying to actively be a decent NFL team when they don't understand that the offensive line should exist and should be competent, and basically that their defense needs to incorporate more than just Max Crosby.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey, they have not drafted very well the last 10 years. I mean, you go back to Cleveland Farrell with the 4th overall pick. Like, they have not hit on their picks. Max Crosby, was he a 5th round selection, I believe? Like, he was 3rd or 5th later on in the draft. I don't know. I'm with you. We know things can be turned around quickly. I still liked their offseason. I liked what they did. I liked going out there and bringing in Pete Carroll, get some culture. But you have to give your next head coach, Pete Carroll, like, he needs 3 to 5 years to turn this around. It's not going to be quick because the Raiders were kind of a tire fire for so long. Lance, I'm sorry we're bashing your team, but the performance last night wasn't good. Why don't we go to the Denver Broncos?
I would just like to say, Declan and good old Josh, I will take my apologies now. The Denver Broncos offense is no good.
It was 1 week. I'm not giving it to you yet.
It has been.
I will apologize.
Almost every week.
Listen, I get it. It looks
good against the Cowboys.
Pardon me.
It was good against the Cowboys,
as you should.
It was good in the 4th against the Eagles. I'm not prepared to give you an apology yet. I will apologize to you around week 15 or 16 if it is deemed necessary. But quite frankly, I expect you to walk in here on a Tuesday roundtable day and kiss Declan and I's shoes because we were right.
there's some I don't know, similarities between that Broncos Super Bowl winning team with an elite defense that carried, and it was Peyton Manning. Then he was sat down, and then he got back into the game in their final game of the season against the Chargers because was it Brock Osweiler was getting whooped. They brought in Peyton. He got the starter's job back and did okay. But yeah, I mean, you go back to this Broncos schedule. They beat the Titans week 1 in Denver.
Only scored 20 points.
It wasn't that great. They lose to the Colts on a crazy play. Lose to the Chargers. Beat up on a bad Bengals team. Their Eagles win was outstanding in Philly.
That was their best win of the year.
Barely beat the Jets.
Like 13-11 against the Jets is embarrassing.
Barely beat the Giants.
Keep in mind, they were down 19-0 going into the fourth quarter. Didn't have a point.
Yeah.
That's a miracle. That's a little bit of score effects for me mixed with, the Giants just blowing it. And keep in mind, 2 missed extra points for the Giants. The Broncos shouldn't have won that game.
No. Hey, Chiefs won games like that last year.
They did.
Voodoo Magic. Beat the Cowboys convincingly at home. Bo Nix probably, without a doubt, his best game of the season. Then you had the Texans win. Texans, despite their offense sucking, good defense. They can rush, they can cover.
Yeah.
So that one, I'm like, okay, that's a good win in Houston. But last night, there is no reason for that game to be a 3-point game.
No, and the Raiders also could have easily won that game.
Yeah, well, I mean, a 3-point game.
Like a couple key drops from a couple Raiders. Like that's a game where the Raiders, for me, should have probably won that game. Like the Denver Broncos offense is just so incredibly lackluster. Like I said it earlier in the morning, they look like the Houston Texans of last year, where their defense is phenomenal. Their defense is arguably the best in the league. Obviously, the records are a little bit different, and the Texans had, I think, a harder schedule last year than this Broncos. I mean, cakewalk to this point. They're offensively, they are beyond underwhelming. Like they have scored above 21 points 4 times. Just double checking: Cowboys, Giants, Broncos, above 21, and Colts. They have scored above 21 points 4 times.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I was envious because last year you go back to the Chargers and the Broncos playoff push. I was like, damn, I don't think the Chargers are going to win more than 1 playoff game. Obviously, they didn't. But having that 3rd seed rather than the 2 seed, you just get such a better schedule. And you're seeing it. So you're playing the NFC or AFC South anyways, but you got the Jets in there as a 3rd place team, right? You got the Bengals in there as a 3rd place team. Just a little bit easier rather than taking on potentially playoff teams.
Like such a cakewalk of a schedule. You have the Titans layup, Bengals layup, Jets layup, Giants layup, Cowboys with that defense for them layup, Raiders, and I won't say the Texans are a layup. I'll give them a little bit of respect because of how good that defense is. But like it's been a cakewalk. Their only game where I've walked out of their game and thought this team could do something and make a little bit of noise was that Eagles win. But other than that, like I'm watching, for me, one of the most dysfunctional offenses in the NFL. They wake up in the fourth quarter sometimes, but Bo Nix doesn't look very good. They throw in so many other random role players into their skill positions. Like you look at other guys getting snaps, they have like 7 receivers that get snaps.
Yeah.
On a semi-consistent basis. And it just, for me, it creates the dysfunction and there's no chemistry. Like Cortland Sutton has been frankly bad the last couple of weeks. I don't know. They could maybe win a round depending on who they play. There's still a lot of football to be played.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't pick up sometime soon, this is my lock it down. I don't believe in this team whatsoever.
And I would assume a lot of people, even Broncos fans, looking at that like, oh, like the offense does have to get it going. I think, when Bo Nix is running around a little bit better, and I can say, like, going back to that Chargers game, I don't know how it is week to week, but Bo Nix, if he lands one of his deep balls, they win that game against the Chargers. But he had 3 or 4 that he just sailed it. And not 10 yards there, and they mean like 2-3 yards. If he could just drop it in the bucket, they win that game. Harry had said Chuba wasn't given reps earlier in his career, but Chuba wasn't a 2,600 yard rusher in his senior year, Heisman finalist, you know.
4th round pick?
Fourth, yeah.
Yeah.
Fourth, yeah, later on.
You're not
he wasn't a
get that
top
many
5
reps.
pick. Yeah. These two are not the same coming into the league. Like,
not even close.
Ashton Genty comes into the league in the Saquon Barkley conversation. Like, that's how highly regarded he was. MTR says, I could easily see the Chiefs and Broncos meeting on Wild Card weekend and the Chiefs winning. Well, and here's what I say a lot of times. If you told me trap game against the Raiders, I think that does happen. Who's the Broncos' next opponent?
Chiefs.
Let's see what happens. And I said that against the Colts too. Like the Colts, I like the Colts. But let's see what they do against a really good team. You know, let's get that measuring stick and see what happens. But we're going to see it against the Broncos. Chiefs, when the Chiefs have the ball, is going to be fun football because that Broncos defense is good. Nick Bonito gets after the quarterback. Surtain, when he returns, he's out for a little bit longer, I believe, which is a tough one. But they still have so much depth in that back end.
Unbelievable defense.
Yeah. Pains me to say it. And they've, made some good additions. RBS says, big week, Connor, go Steelers. Yeah, Chargers, Steelers this week. TJ Watt and Hayward are going to be in Herbert's face. King of Farnassi, nice to meet you last night at the Pizza Pig Out. Stop talking about my Broncos like that. Best team we've had in a long time. Oh, yeah. I mean, the defense is nasty. If the offense gets it going, you got a real threat here. Donnie, did you have a favorite pizza last night at the Pig Out?
Oh boy. To be honest, it was too dark in there to even see what some of the names of pizzas were. So I just grabbed pizzas based on how I thought they looked in the box because it was so dark. I'm not going to say the company name because I don't want to I don't want to have the wrong name out of fear for disrespecting their pizza or whatever, or saying someone else's was better. But I would say I had this. It was a pesto pizza.
Okay.
That was probably my favorite. It had some peppers on it. It had obviously cheese. There was ham on top and onions. It was a pretty solid pizza, I thought. I don't know who it was by because, again, I couldn't see.
Yeah, we
felt like Kevin.
We got pushed in, we went in line and then everybody went one way and the employee said, oh, you guys can go on both sides. So Josh and I went to the back way and we got ourselves in the gluten-free category. Then it was veggie and Hawaiian. All things I have no interest in.
Oh,
so we got
Hawaiian's
through,
amazing.
People are yelling at Declan and it was, people were hungry. They want their pizza. I came out of it with one slice. Josh, big move. Says, hey, you can have one of these. Gave me his double bacon cheeseburger.
Bacon cheeseburger one.
Delicious.
The first one that I grabbed, I was like, nah, this looks good. I'm ready to hose this down.
Yeah.
Connor standing there with one lowly piece of pizza. I have 4 on my plate, all different ones, whatever. I'm like, okay, well, I already knocked one off because he had the exact same slice as me. I was like, all right, man, you can have any of the ones on my plate. I got this one, that one, and the bacon cheeseburger one. He's like, oh, I wouldn't mind bacon cheeseburger. He could watch my heartbreak on my face, I'm sure.
I even said, no, it's okay.
Like,
and he's
no,
like,
man,
no.
you got to take it. You got to pig out on some pizza because we weren't going for seconds.
No, the people that were feisty, they wanted it more than we did, I think.
They were feisty, for sure.
But it was a great event. A lot of money raised for Kids Sport. I actually got some great gift cards as well. And it was a great time. So big shout out to people down at the Ice House, Kids Sport, all the pizza vendors, and Gregor for helping promote that event.
Hell of an event. Also should shout out, those donuts were incredible. I don't know if you had any, but I don't know whose they were. I
took a card for a free donut from them.
Donut Party?
No,
not that one.
It's one on the West End.
Delicious.
It was really good.
They were good. We had them in line waiting for our pizza.
Yeah, shout out donuts. Okay, we'll take a break here. Keep the text rolling in 1-833-401-1440. We'll get to your fantasy football questions as well. Also, if you want a chance to win a $50 gift card to First Round, all you got to text us is you're at a convenience store. You get 1 drink, 1 bag of chips, 1 chocolate bar. What are you getting? Let us know, and you'll be entered into our draw for the $50 gift card to First Round. It's Fantasy Frenzy, brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky.
Michelle and Colette are sisters. Sisters who don't agree on much, especially when it comes to which hockey team is the best.
Edmonton is the best, baby. Vancouver's #1.
Even when it comes to meat snacks from Wilhawks.
I love the Harris Wiener.
The ham sausage rules.
But they will agree
Wilhauk beef jerky is the best.
it might just be the only thing Alberta hockey fans can agree on.
Others can try to imitate, but no one can duplicate Wilhauk beef jerky. Only available in Leduc. Get yours today because you don't win friends with salad.
Hey everybody, it's Jason Strudling. How would you like to join me and the superstars of hockey on an exotic holiday? Join us on a 7-night cruise through the Mexican Riviera, leaving from Los Angeles and including Cabo, Mazatlan, Puerto Vallarta, and more. While we relax and cruise the tropical waters, you can attend an intimate meet and greet with legends like Bill Ranford, Fernando Pisani, Kelly Buckberger, Ron Lowe, Gene Principe, Jack Michaels, Louis DeBrusque, and more. There's still time to get in on every hockey fan's dream cruise. Book now and save $500 per couple. The Edmonton Hockey Legends Cruise. Price start at just $23.99. Part of the proceeds support the Ben Stelter Foundation and Kids with Cancer.
Visit cast.tours/Edmonton. Call 1-833-347-7678. Call now to book and save $500 per cabin when you mention promo code Stingray Radio. That's cast.tours, 1-833-347-7678.
This is Andrew Walker, host of the postgame show on Sports 1440. After every hockey game this season, tune in and chime in as we talk about the game. It's all sponsored by Legacy Heating and Cooling. Don't get left in the cold. Visit legacyheating.ca.
Ring in the new year with a Canadian country legend. December 31st, in concert at the Silent Ice Center in Nisku. Brett Kissel. She drives me crazy. Multiple CCMA and Juno Award winner, platinum-selling recording artist, and top 10 hitmaker. Celebrate the new year in Alberta, country style. Bring your friends, your cowboy boots, and your party spirit for a night full of hits, celebration, and unforgettable memories. The countdown to 2026 starts with Brett Kissel live on stage. Get your tickets now at silenticecenter.com/events.
It's week 1 of Canadian Tire's early Black Friday sale. These prices won't go lower this year.
Lower, you say?
Save up to 50% November 6th to 13th. Conditions apply. Details online.
Across rural Alberta, volunteers and community groups work hard to make life better for their neighbors, creating new playgrounds, better rinks, and gathering places that bring us together. Vision Credit Union is proud to lend these local heroes a helping hand. Apply today for a Helping Hand grant up to $10,000 to support your community's next big idea. Let's make great things happen together. Applications are open until January 31st, 2026. Learn more at whatsyourshare.ca.
Every coach needs a game plan. Plan your fantasy frenzy with Halley and Douglas right here on Edmonton's Sports 1440.
Presented by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
$11:28. Welcome back to Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440. Connor Halley, Donovan Paulson, Josh Fenwick, and Sam Willis with you here, munching on donuts, having a good old time talking Denver Broncos and Vegas Raiders, and your combinations for treats when you go to the convenience store. Fantasy Frenzy is brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky, online at wilhaukbeefjerky.com. For a $50 gift card to first round, we're asking you guys, if you go to the convenience store, what are you picking? Bag of chips, chocolate bar, and drink. Kevin says a score, hickory sticks, and Jones soda, orange cream soda. That's really good, but hickory sticks are messy. That's my only problem with those. If you get to make a hickory stick chip, I think there's other flavors, like other companies do their own flavor. That'd be my pick for sure. Eli goes with Slurpee, spicy dill pickle chips, and a Big Turk. Good question, or good picks. We'll dive into the inbox here also for elksnation.ca, 2-weekly podcast with Eddie Steele and Declan Kruger, breaking down the green and gold. It's the most in-depth WE football coverage you'll find out there. Also articles, elksnation.ca. Cole says, hey guys, I have Ladd, Pickens, DK, and Terry as my wide receivers. Would you be okay with those for the rest of the season? Or should I look to upgrade? I have Taylor, Barkley, and Dowdle. When you look to move one of them for a better receiver, super flex. So usually I start 2 QBs, Darnold and Daniels. Thanks. Really enjoyed the show. Well, thanks, Cole. I kind of think I'd be okay with those wideouts. I don't love Terry McLaurin. That's been well documented.
I wonder why.
But if you're starting those 3, Ladd, Pickens, and DK, not bad. I would throw some feelers out there. I mean, I'm not trading Taylor. I'm probably not trading Barkley. Dowdle would be the one I might dangle. But those ones I'm not too... I don't know. I kind of like your team. Also has Kincaid or Warren at tight end and asking who he should start.
I'd go Warren.
I've leaned Warren. And there's a more like a higher ceiling.
I also think higher floor.
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Higher floor seems a little safer. Yeah, and he's taking on Atlanta this week. Kincaid gets Miami, so there's going to be points. We know that. If you're feeling confident, here's the thing. If it's a close matchup, I go Warren. If you're expected to blow this team out, I'd go for the big one and take Dalton Kincaid. Because he could pop off.
Just add on more points.
Yeah.
And just dumpster the kid.
Exactly.
You know what? I would probably say the exact same thing. As for the receivers, though, I'd be a little bit more worried than you.
Yeah?
Do you trust DK Metcalf with how the Steelers offense operates?
I mean, he can pop off. He's probably like not a safe one. Boom or bust, maybe?
Like, it's just, I trust Ladd. I trust Pickens.
Is it PPR as well?
He says he just says super flex. If it's PPR, I'm a little bit scared of DK Metcalf.
Yeah, so the most targets he's got in a week is 9. His biggest offensive performance was 126. That was the game in Dublin. Then he had 95, 50, 55, 6.
He has 1 game or 2 games with 5 or more receptions this year.
Yeah.
Which is scary to me.
But 5 touchdowns.
It's very touchdown dependent. And he is Aaron Rodgers, I guess you call him the go-to red zone threat.
Oh, yeah, I'd hope so. Him or Freiermuth.
However, man, the receptions scares me. And the lack of target volume, like he's about 6 targets a week?
7,
Average-ish?
6, 4, 5, 9, 5, 7, 4.
About 6 targets a week?
Yeah.
Only had 5 or more 5 catches twice. I'm a little scared about DK, but if he's on your bench, there's nothing wrong with him.
Yeah. He's not wide receiver 1. But I kind of feel like that's DK Metcalf. Even going back to like last year with Seattle, he popped off twice. 3 straight weeks with 100 yards or more, and then the rest of the season, nothing. So like he is what he is. He could really go crazy, but it looks like more often than not, he's going to get you 6 or 7 points. So maybe that's a good point there. It is PPR. Yeah. So if it's PPR, I really like Ladd because I think he and Keenan Allen are going to be Herbert's safety valves there.
I also really like Pickens just for we've seen the high points of this offense in Dallas, and we've also seen how horrible their defense is. So you're going to assume that Dak always has to throw the ball consistently. I like those two the most. Your good news is Jaden Daniels is going to be playing at some point again this season.
Yeah.
With the good news that no ligaments were torn. So he might play week 13, he might play week 14, something like that. I wouldn't be as out on Terry as you are. It has nothing to do with I just traded for Terry as well. But
maybe you should be.
Maybe I should be, but
good point here sent in from Hollywood J. Says Miami has allowed the 6th most points against tight ends. Dalton Kincaid, though, just coming off a big game against Kansas City. No doubt about it. 2 of his last 3 games have been pretty good. Over 100 yards on 6 receptions. But the game in between was a 1-catch, 23-yard performance. He's had 1 catch for 28 yards. He's had 66 and a score. He's had 37 and nothing, 48 and a score. So I feel like he can pop off for sure. Against Miami, sure. But I still stand. I think Warren's the safer play.
Also, the thing to be concerned with a guy like Dalton Kincaid, his snap percentage is shockingly low.
Yeah.
He's been above 50% of the snaps 3 times this year.
That's weird.
It's really weird considering he's a guy who's getting like 5-6 targets a game on average.
Yeah.
And he's basically playing 40-ish% of the snaps.
I wonder if he's got anything lingering keeping him out.
That's a good question. But yeah, I'll ride with you, Connor. Like, it is a good matchup against the Dolphins, but Tyler Warren is definitely a better safety player.
And I think they use him in different ways. Like, he's versatile. You can move him around a lot.
Yeah.
Tom Nixon says Cuban lunch, popcorn twist, and swamp water, aka Coke and orange. Tom, I like it. It's different. King of Fort Nasty says Snickers, DeMaurier, and a Pilsner. You're not driving then with like Josh would. This is Josh road trip snack. Well, you might be with the Snickers and the DeMaurier. Pilsner, probably not a good idea. Think Celebrini can keep this up all year, or should I flip him while his stock is high from Lance?
That's a good question.
I'm rolling with him. I like Celebrini.
I guess for me, it depends on what you can get for him and if somebody else values him absurdly high. Like, I feel like the problem with this and the problem with guys who are either rookies or second-year players, for me in any fantasy, is people value them very differently from person to person. If you can find someone who's going to value him on a level where it's like, I can get one of the, top 10 fantasy players. Like, if I could get myself like a Cale Makar, not necessarily straight up, but like if I could do Celebrini and something small for Cale Makar, I might. But I just don't think you're going to get the value that he's actually produced to. So I would hold him.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's it, right? Like, I'm thinking whoever's bringing him in maybe has some skepticism, like, well, why are you trading him? What? I would hold on to him. He's going to get a ton of minutes, ton of opportunity there.
He's played so well. San Jose looks like they can score in bunches this year. That's an exciting team.
Yeah.
I'd hang on to him unless I'm getting something absurd.
I mean, it doesn't hurt to throw it out there.
Yeah.
But
it doesn't hurt to offer him 1-for-1 for Cale Makar and see if somebody says no.
Give it a go. MTR on his snacks, sugar-free Red Bull, Reese, and then stopping by Will Hawk for some beef jerky. Good answer.
It's a great answer.
Good answer. Taylor says my snack would be Eat More, Mountain Dew, and sour cream and bacon chips.
I don't know about that one.
I like Mountain Dew. Eat More, not so much. Sour cream and bacon. That's like something I'd go to a party and I'd have one and be like, oh, these are good. I'm gonna have a few more, but I don't know if I'd buy the whole bag.
I don't know about you, Connor, but have you ever had like the random chip flavors where it's like cheeseburger or stuff like that? Like the gimmicky ones?
They just taste like
they're just
flavor.
I find them bad.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever enjoyed one of those gimmicky flavors.
I liked Doritos ketchup. Did you have those?
No, but that's just a ketchup chip.
But a Dorito.
It's a ketchup chip.
It's a cheesy ketchup chip.
That's shaped slightly different.
And colored different and taste different. It doesn't taste like a ketchup chip.
Really?
When they come back, we'll get a bag. Triple Cena Truck says Pepsi, all dressed chips with the reverse O. Henry. Peanuts on the outside. I've never seen that.
I've never either.
I've seen the peanut butter O. Henry, which is good. Rockford has the Snickers, Mountain Dew, and a sour cream and onion Ruffles. Oh, every once in a while, sour cream and onion hits. Eric has a hockey question. You ready for this, Donovan?
Yeah, let's do it.
I have Robert Thomas, Sebastian Aho, JT Miller, Heischer, and Tage Thompson as my centers in a categories league. I also picked up Leo Carlson last week when Thomas was injured and can't decide which 5 I should keep. Unfortunately, I can't trade any because Thomas is sitting IR uninjured. The categories are goals, assists, power play points, hits, faceoffs, one shorthanded points, game-winning goals. I could use some opinions on this. Have a good weekend. So you've got Robert Thomas, Aho, Miller, Heischer, Tage Thompson, and Leo Carlson. It's
a good team, man.
Good problems here.
That's a good problem to have. And you can't trade Robert Thomas?
Maybe that's the solution. Try to trade him.
I might try and trade Robert Thomas. That's what I might try. But again, that's one of those players where I feel like some people underrate him and you might not get the value you necessarily want.
But the alternative is just losing him for nothing, right?
Exactly.
And you'd probably still have to cut somebody from your team.
Or what I always like to do in those type of situations where it's either cut a good player or do something else, I always like to try and make the upgrade. I don't know who is going to be available. I don't know who's near the bottom of your league, what players might be out there, but I might take 2 of those players and try and shoot up for someone who you view as a better player. I try and do that in fantasy football or hockey every year. If I have somebody who I don't want to cut for nothing, I don't know who's available. Maybe tell us, but I wouldn't be cutting anybody. I would be immediately looking to make a 2-for-1 trade.
There you go. Okay, Kurt says from Barhead, boys, I made a trade last night. Woke up thinking I might regret my decision. A little context. I'm 5-4 in third place in my Superflex league. Great shape at every position, especially wide receiver. I've got Lamb, Adams, Wilson, Waddle, Olave, a few other guys I call wide receiver 3. Could see some potential holes at running back late in the season. Vidal, Monty, Walker, White, Benson. Trey Benson.
Yep.
So I sent White, Olave, J-Mo, and Benson for Hampton, BTJ, and Ridley. Did I get fleeced, fellas? Ridley, not good. BTJ, struggling. Hampton could be good when he comes back from injury, but I believe it was an ankle sprain, high ankle sprain for him.
For Hampton?
I think that's what it was.
Yeah. He should be back after the bye, though.
Should be back, which is good for the stretch run. Sending away. Oh, that's a big trade.
It's a huge trade.
Okay, so you're going to start Lamb, Adams, and Waddle, probably? Garrett Wilson? I guess you didn't lose much at receiver. I think your starters are good there, and you upgrade your running back room for the stretch run. So I don't hate it that much. I don't think I have any use for Ridley and BTJ, and I say that as owners and a guy. I thought BTJ would be like top 5 receiver in fantasy. I don't think you got fleeced, but I think you got maybe quantity over quality. No, quality over quantity. You got the one really good player and 2 guys I could take or leave.
I don't think you got fleeced at all. That's one of those trades where I look at it and say, like, from the receiver's perspective, I think that's just kind of making a trade to make a trade. In Olave and JMO for BTJ and Ridley. I think Olave is probably the highest ceiling guy after what we've seen, but also he's got Tyler Shuck as his quarterback. And how high is that ceiling? He's never going to score touchdowns. JMO is the ultimate boom bust player for me. So I don't hate it from the wide receiver perspective. I'm fine with that.
And you've already got Lamb and Adams.
Rashad White is going to be a bum anytime in the next week or so, whenever Bucky returns.
Bucky back.
So that's a totally fine. So it basically comes down to who would you rather have, Benson or Hampton? I'm taking Hampton. I don't think you lost. I think it's actually a fairly even trade. Yeah. But with you being 5-4, you might be in a little bit more trouble with that running back room.
I mean, after the bye weeks, you sent away players you're not going to use to get a running back you probably will use.
Yes. Objectively, I would say if your record was 7-2, I would have hammered that deal all day of the week. But 5-4, it's a little bit scary since you don't have the running back depth.
Yeah. Good breakdown. Mark in St. Albert says, I get Pringles, Dr. Pepper, and Reese peanut butter cups. Good combo. Steven Drumheller, chocolate milk, red Aruba nachos, and Big Turk. Snickers bar, orange Doritos. A slurped half orange, half cream soda. Tastes like a creamsicle. I believe that was Slurpee, not slurped. That does sound good. JP says, who won the pizza contest? Everyone in attendance won the pizza contest.
Yes.
I think they'll have the official release coming out later on here. Glenn says, eat more bar, dill pickle chips, and a cream soda pop from Homemade Pickles, a.k.a. Glenn. A few more rolling in here before we get to break here. All dressed Ruffles, Reese's Pieces, filled King Race Bar and vanilla Pepsi. Sparky Kev, that's a great combo. Harmon says classic Coke, Old Dutch barbecue chips, and no Henry. Husk rolls in with Hawkins, Cheesies, Big Turk, and Coke. Good cheesies. Reese Nougat, sweet chili heat Doritos, and a Coke Slurpee. And then Richard comes in with 3 Musketeers, sour cream and bacon chips, and a Dr. Pepper. I love Dr. Pepper. Whenever we have a party at the house, we always get like a 2-liter, and it's first to go.
It's so good. Cat Dad, I think it was Cat Dad. Sorry, I want to make sure I'm right here. But somebody said earlier in the show, or was it Tiger? It was Tiger. Respectfully, are there any adults actually drinking Dr. Pepper?
Oh, they walk among you.
What a bad take.
Well, respectfully, he said.
Respectfully.
He said it respectfully.
Terrible take.
Donovan respectfully thinks it's a terrible take. Oh, yeah, Dr. Pepper is elite.
It's the best.
It's just a good mix. Like, what does it taste like? Nobody knows.
It just tastes like goodness.
It's just goodness. The doctor nailed it with that one. Okay, we'll take a break. When we come back, more text. We'll pick a winner as well for the contest. $50 gift card to first round. It's Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440, streaming on our YouTube, Facebook, X, and Instagram channels, brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky.
I'm Colin Livingston, president of Cantor, proudly delivering world-class hydraulic torque wrenches in Canada since 2016. I'm thrilled to announce our in-house production of tool components and accessories for faster turnarounds and enhanced versatility. The future is here at Cantor.com.
Excavators, loaders, lifts, compaction equipment, and more. Find the XCMG construction equipment you need. Available for rental or sale at Japa Machinery Group. Japa, helping build Alberta from the ground up for 50 years. Visit japamachinery.com.
Hi, Mike here from Northgate Chevrolet Buick GMC. Snow, colder weather, shorter days. November is officially here. But it doesn't all have to be bad news. If you're thinking about a new or used vehicle, now is the time. Massive savings, 0% financing, and don't forget tires at cost. Yes, that's right. We sell winter tires at cost. There's lots to celebrate in November. And as always, we'd like to thank all of those who have fought and served for our country. Stop in and see us today, 13215 97th Street, or visit us online at northgategm.com.
You're in Northgate country. At Papa John's, our butter chicken pizza is a Canadian favorite, and we think we know why. We start with a velvety, tangy, and subtly sweet sauce. Then it's our better ingredients: fresh, never frozen original dough, juicy grilled chicken, and crunchy green peppers and onions. Sounds delicious, right? Well, wait till you try it. It's butter chicken made better. Order your large butter chicken pizza today for only $19.99. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Proudly locally owned and operated.
They're not just a grocery store. They're a butcher, a baker, a cafe, deli, rotisserie pizza, and restaurant, all under one roof. Loca Quality Market does food differently with 2 locations to serve you. Edmonton and Sherwood Park. Visit loca.ca.
Action Electrical's projects team takes the field, folks. Ready to execute the entire play for new commercial builds.
Absolutely. They're masters of design build, sketching strategy from initial blueprints to core electrical infrastructure. The team never misses on complex projects.
Known for handling big league constructions and major renovations, ensuring flawless execution, hire the Action Electrical team to bring home a win for your project. Visit actionelectrical.net.
At jackpotcity.net, you can do amazing things with just one casino chip. Discover a world of incredible casino games with over 500 high-quality online slot games, including the world-renowned progressive jackpot slot, Mega Moolah. Play for free at jackpotcity.net and get treated as a VIP 24/7. So visit jackpotcity.net today on your tablet, laptop, or mobile. Jackpot City, a whole world of casino games. 18 plus. Please play responsibly. This is not a gambling website.
Hey everybody, it's Jason Strudley. How would you like to join me and the superstars of hockey on an exotic holiday? Join us on a 7-night cruise through the Mexican Riviera, leaving from Los Angeles and including Cabo, Mazatlan, Puerto Vallarta, and more. While we relax and cruise the tropical waters, you can attend an intimate meet and greet with legends like Bill Ranford, Fernando Pisani, Kelly Buckberger, Ron Lowe, Gene Principe, Jack Michaels, Louis DeBrusque, and more. There's still time to get in on every hockey fan's dream cruise. Book now and save $500 per couple. The Edmonton Hockey Legends Cruise. Price start at just $23.99. Part of the proceeds support the Ben Stelter Foundation and Kids with Cancer.
Visit cast.tours/Edmonton. Call 1-833-347-7678. Call now to book and save $500 per cabin when you mention promo code Stingray Radio. That's cast.tours 1-833-347-7678.
Who should start? Who needs to hit the bench? Find out with Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas. This is Sports 1440.
Presented by Will Hawk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
It's 11:50. Welcome back to Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440. Connor Halley, Donovan Paulson, Josh Fenwick, and Sam Wilness with you guys here. Brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky. Realistically, if they sold Will Hawk Beef Jerky in convenience stores, I feel like everybody would say Will Hawk Beef Jerky. It's the obvious choice. But go experience it for yourself out in Leduc. Tell them we sent you, or online at willhawkbeefjerky.com. Text line is 1-833-401-1440. Coming up next on the Lowdown with Low Tide, they are going to talk to Steve Lansky, as they do every Friday on the show. Declan will be by to get you ready for the NFL and the NBA weekends, the CFL playoffs. You know, he's going to be fired up about that one. And they're going to talk some Colorado Avalanche with Evan Rawal, I believe was the name we found. He's great. He's bailed me out a few times when people bail on our show. I need a guest. Evan's always ready to hop on. So that'll be a good show. Then at 2 o'clock, holy cow, Brad Slater working overtime here. We're going to be joined by Rick Westhead, author, investigative reporter.
It's a big one.
Yeah, Lorianne Munzer. How about this? Natty Neidhart, wrestler and author. Son of Jim the Anvil, daughter, sorry. The late, great Heart Foundation member. Maybe before you're not into wrestling, eh?
Not a wrestling guy. However, I do know the name. And that's a huge one.
That's big. She's got 5.6 million Instagram followers.
Not a big deal.
We'll also have Craig Button. This hour, Natty Neidhart, Craig Button, and then Tyson Berry.
Dare I say one of the best hours ever assembled in Jason Greger show history?
Yeah, probably close. One time we had a really good hour on the Jason Greger show, and the next day they shut us down. That was like, we went out with a good one. We'll also have Cam Tate's 2-minute warning. Ed Hervey, GM of the Edmonton Elks, Spec and Low Tide. Hopefully we'll be back Monday. Hopefully that's not a curse of a really good show today, guys. Feeling good. We got a meeting tomorrow morning. Well, probably about how good our show was.
Well, I mean, for those of you listening, we are not going to be shut down on Monday.
You never know.
We never know. However, I mean,
JR's retiring.
I do believe that
she leaves and takes us with her.
Oh, I mean, hey, you never know, but
no,
we shouldn't strike the fear of God into you once again.
No, contracts have been signed. We're safe.
We're safe.
I'm just saying that's how it happened last time. Behind the scenes, I remember talking to Jason. He's like, "Yeah, I got a meeting with so and so tomorrow. Anything we got we should know about?" No, I don't think so.
Must have been so hard. Oh,
I woke up from a DM on Twitter. Story about the news, and I was like, "You don't know me, so nobody died."
Oh,
I think TSN got shut down. That's how it went. Anywho, our contest today, we rose from the ashes like a phoenix. For a $50 gift card to First Round, all you have to do is text in. You go to a convenience store. What are you getting? 1 drink, 1 chocolate bar, and 1 bag of chips. Lou says coffee crisp, dill pickle, and an A&W root beer. I like that one. Dr. Pepper is goated from EG. Yeah. Rockford says Gregor's admiration for Big Turk is probably partly responsible for its resurgence. Yeah, Gregor has been a warrior when it comes to Big Turk, and I'm seeing it today. A lot of people do like it. Cat Dad says I am definitely a Mr. Pibb guy, but I will partake in Dr. Pepper. Yeah. What's the difference between Mr. Pibb and Dr. Pepper?
The name on the bottle, and I think a slightly different taste.
And Pibb didn't go to medical school.
Yeah,
he's not a doctor.
Yeah,
or I guess there's other forms of doctor.
He's a fraud.
Yeah, just a mister. Scooter says Mountain Dew Code Red, Elite Pick, Mars Bar, and sour cream and bacon chips. James from the Hood. Oh, that music means we're done. Mars Bar, Lay's ketchup chips, and a clear Jones cream soda. James from the Hood. Josh, pick a letter.
K.
Okay. We're going to look for names that start with K, and one of you will be our winner today for the $50 gift card to First Round. Thank you guys for tuning in. Fun show today. Keep on listening. Low Tide coming up next. Then we got the Gregor Show. It's going to be a fun one. And then tomorrow, the Saturday Sports Setup, you got the Hoop City debut. It's the basketball show, but now it's Hoop City with Paul Sir. And then Oilers pre- and post game as well. So it should be a lot of fun. Enjoy Low Tide. Enjoy the rest of your day. Turn your lights on. Drive safe and slow and patient. And we'll talk to you guys later on. Let's get to a Sports 1440 update with Sam Wellness, brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky, online at wilhaukbeefjerky.com. Only available in Leduc.
This is a Sports 1440 update.
4 games in the NHL tonight sees the Rangers head to Motor City. The Wild take on the Islanders. Blackhawks take the ice against the Flames, and the Jets face the Sharks. In the BCHL, the Crusaders host Cranbrook, and the Saints head to Vernon to take on the Vipers. And in the college scene, the Golden Bears hockey team hosts Mount Royal at the Claire Drake Arena. And in the Saville Center, the Golden Bears and Pandas volleyball teams host Fraser Valley. And the Women's Griffins hockey team hosting U of R Cougars tonight in the downtown community arena. Raptors on the road tonight as they head to Atlanta to take on the Hawks. Tip-off at 5:30 with 10 other games happening on the hardwood, including the Rockets taking on the Spurs, Bulls facing off against the Bucks, Nuggets hosting the Warriors, Thunders rolling into Sacramento, and the Hornets squaring off with the Heat. Coming up at the top of the hour, it's the Lowdown with Low Tide here on Sports 1440, and this has been your Sports 1440 update with Sam Wellness.
This is Sports 1440.